Hello, my name is LeGrand Lauritsen. Today I'm going to talk about Six Sigma, what it is, why a company would choose to use it, and how it works. But first I'd like to give kind of a brief history on how Six Sigma came about. Um, the normal curve was introduced in the 19th century by Carl Friedrich Gauss. And this is very important because Six Sigma is based on the normal curve, and without it, Six Sigma wouldn't exist. Another important event was the introduction of the assembly line in the early 1900s by Henry Ford. Um, because the mass production came about, they sought to continue to improve their processes and reduce their costs by reducing defects. In the 1920s, Walter Schubert developed 3 Sigma, which is very similar to Six Sigma, and it's based on 3 standard deviations from the mean of the normal curve. In the early 1980s, Motorola sought to develop its own continuous improvement system, and in 1986, CEO Bill Smith developed and introduced Six Sigma to the world. Now, Six Sigma is based on 6 standard deviations from the mean of the normal curve, which equates to 3.4 defects per million. Now, Six Sigma is achieved by reducing variation in processes and finding and fixing the root causes of defects. It uses a 5-step system to do this, and those 5 steps are to define, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Now, Six Sigma is more than just a statistical method. It's more of a culture in a business, and it requires a very strong upper management commitment in order for Six Sigma to work. Now, there are many benefits to implementing Six Sigma into a company. Some of the financial benefits are increased profitability, improved cash flows, and a better return on investment. And this is done by reducing costs because processes have been improved and defects have been eliminated. Now, these improved systems can also work in operational benefits by reducing the workloads of employees, which helps, of course, make employees happier, and it helps them be more productive. And it can also improve communication. As communication is improved, knowledge is improved, understanding is improved, and so performance overall can be improved and bettered. And as this happens, the company can achieve a better reputation, which is an organizational benefit. And through better reputation, customer satisfaction can be achieved by also better quality and reduced production time, and this can also bring in more customers. This facilitates a competitive advantage over other companies. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how Six Sigma works, and when you go back to that 5-step method. And define phase is the first step in that method, and in the define phase we need to define the goals, the objectives, and the standards of performance that this project requires. And then we can move into the measure phase, which we measure the actual performance so that we can have a place to begin. And once we get those performances measured, we can move into the analyze phase. We can seek out the root causes of defects and also find solutions. And also analyze the relationships that go on within the company and make sure that they're working effectively. And once we find the causes of the defects, we can move into the improvement phase, and we can improve the processes. We can set up a plan through experimentation or sometimes simulations, and put that plan into effect. And from there, we finally move into the control phase, where we can help work to sustain the improvements that we've made and to continue to make a continuous improvement. And from there, we start over with the define phase and work through the system again over and over until we reach Six Sigma, and then continue on so that we can maintain that. The Six Sigma is an excellent quality control system or quality improvement system, and it has many advantages that are well worth the implementation and the effort it takes. And George Eliot summed up Six Sigma very well in their basic premise when he said Six Sigma may be one of the simplest of all management concepts to understand. Just do it right the first time.